Okay, hi everybody. COLLS specifically, but I guess anyone else who might at a later stage come on board with COLLS. I thought I would make a couple of videos just to introduce you, or I suppose training videos at the end of the day, how to do the basic stuff with COLLS. Here is what I intend to show you. How to sort of design the course, essentially the skeleton of the course, how to do the specific lesson as the template asks you to do, including how to insert stuff into the lesson. We're also going to look at the 3 tools that I use the most, which is a submission, a workshop, and a forum. We'll have a look at assessment weeks, and then we'll have a look at filling in the top stuff, which we may also cover in this video. We'll see how we go. I can't tell you how many videos there are going to be at this stage, but let's just jump in and get started. So in true Shannon style, I think we'll probably start with filling in the top stuff. Okay, so before you do anything with your course, are we in language? We are. Remember that you want to be in editing mode. So when you first log in, your editing button will look like this, and you can click it to turn editing on. Okay, so the first thing that you want your students to see when they, log on to the course for the first time is just some information about the course. So you will see what we have put, and most of the courses are the same. I think this is literature, just a welcome with our COLLS badge. You can get this different versions of the badge from various sources. Daniel, myself, Jackie, anyone can give those to you, or you can literally just copy and paste it really off an existing course. So on here we have the aims and objectives. These are all just taken straight off the Cambridge syllabus. As you can see, the syllabus is available, of course, online. And we just put all of this in there for students to know, what are the aims of the course, what are the objectives, how do we achieve a grade A in the course. We then have this PowerPoint presentation on the rules of netiquette, just because everything takes place online, and of course the goal is for there to be a lot of different students from all over the world working on this. And so we have this PowerPoint presentation. Now we're going to look later at inserting a PowerPoint presentation, so don't worry about that at this point. Okay, so you see these little buttons, looks like a little settings button or a little cog. That is how you're going to edit your stuff. Okay, so to do this sort of top stuff, this beginning section, you've clicked on your editing button. If you have a look at this little button here, that is your toggle full screen mode. Always easier to work in full screen, as you can see. So as you can see, what we've done here is we have simply put in, copied and pasted, as I said to you, from the Cambridge syllabus. We'll look at embedding these in a different lesson, and Daniel actually has videos. I'll show you now, but I'll show you again later. If you go to the staff section, which you can access from the home page, Daniel actually has videos here, embedding a video, embedding a PowerPoint, a lot of stuff that's already here. I use this extensively, the staff portal, and it is a very helpful tool. Okay, so that is basically what needs to go at the top, just a bunch of stuff. Actually not sure why we have this here. Does it link to anything? No. I'm going to take that out. Okay. Then when you finish editing, toggle full screen, save changes. Okay, then other things you want at the beginning of your course. A forum. You can see we have a forum here. We're going to look at adding fora. So we'll look at how to create those forums. Well, we might as well do it while we're here. All right, so when you want to create a forum at the beginning, your introductions forum, you ask the teacher forum. You click add an activity or resource. Okay, and you'll see forum come up here, and you click add. The forum name goes here. Example forum. You write a brief description. Please use this forum as an example. You always want to display this button here, display the description on the course page. And for Fora, I suggest that you make it forced subscription. Then if you go down to the bottom, you'll become very familiar with the activity completion button. Students should not be able to mark the activity completed by themselves. It should only be when conditions are met. They have to view it. So they must post a discussion or reply. You'll see in some of the different ones we'll look at from my language course, sometimes you want them to only create a discussion, but most often you also want them to post a reply, because the whole point of a forum is to get the students talking to one another. Remember that Cambridge says that peer learning is essential in their courses, and with an online course, certainly a discussion forum is one of the ways that you can encourage that peer learning. Okay, and then you can save and display if you'd like to, but let's just save and return to the course so you can see what it looks like. Okay, and then you'll see your forum has come up. There it is. Okay, so if you want this to be somewhere at the top, you can simply, I'm holding down on that X and I can move it somewhere else. Okay, if you decide, okay, that is not what I want, right, this is how it looks on the inside, just so you can see. Students can add a new topic, etc. All right, so, and then if you decide, no, I don't want that forum anymore, you simply delete. Moodle will ask you, and you can say yes. Okay, so that is how to add your discussion forum. Look, we can take it out. Wonderful. Okay, so the two things you want at the beginning of your course are an introductions forum and an ask the teacher forum, just so that people can start talking to one another. I've said in my introductions forum that I like my students to get into pairs and groups. As yet, we don't have enough students registered for it to work really in groups, and I've redesigned my lessons to work more in pairs because I have a pair of twins currently on the course, so it works. But that is up to you to decide. You know, hopefully as the course grows, we will be able to add a lot more group work. And then, of course, the other resources that you want is, the other resources are your syllabus and your learner guide. Both of these are available online. So if you want to add a resource, again, add activity or resource. These are files. So these are, so here are your activities. Here at the bottom are your resources. So you choose file, add. And let's say example resource, add your description, please read this lovely resource. With these you can display if you feel it's necessary, and then you select your files. Okay, so when you click the add file button, you can either choose a recent file that you've recently uploaded. This is for a short story, by the way. Yeah. Okay. Or we can upload a file. So let's choose Harvard for Beginners Referencing Guide. Why not? And you click upload. And then for files, I like to do the activity completion as a view. So show activity as complete when conditions are met. They must view. Save and return. Okay, and we can have a look. And there's our resource. And again, we can move it around if we want to. And because of the settings, a student has to click on this in order to complete the activity. Okay. Alright, and then of course we will delete this because we don't need it. Okay, right, so the next two things, or the next thing that you need is just a guide on assessment. How is your course assessed? And again, all of this is just taken directly from the Cambridge syllabus. So of course in IGCSE language we do the paper 2 and the paper 3, that is the extended option. So I've just taken this directly off the syllabus. Okay, and same again for paper 3. Okay, it's a nice idea to have past papers in there. I think I've done it with the, let's have a look if I have. It's a nice idea to add a folder with past papers in it, if you have those available to you. Obviously, online is where you will find all your past papers. So to create a folder, well, let's do one here, just so you can see how it works. So this is paper 3. I've copied and pasted all of this. Oh, okay, so how did I copy and paste all of this? Alright, so let's do that part now. Alright, so just like we did earlier, you'll see that for each of your bars, let's just close all of them. For each of these sections that you have in your course, they each have a little edit button next to them here. And so if we click edit, it'll take you here. So this is where you will put what the name of that section is. When we get to designing the weeks, that is where you'll put the topic for the week. Toggle full screen mode because it's easier. Alright, so at the top you're going to have your big heading. This is where you will find your different heading sizes. We'll use paragraph the most often, and then the different heading sizes are there. We'll use all of them at one point or another. So this is where you'll add in your text from the syllabus. Just make sure it all looks good. You know, when you just copy and paste, obviously you still need to do some formatting here and there just to make it look, you know, like this one looks, like not badly formatted and starting lines everywhere and all of that. So when you're happy with your text, you toggle full screen mode again and you save your changes. Then if you want to add a folder, you click here again as we did earlier, add an activity. Now we want a resource, we want a folder. And let's call it examples of paper 2. Let's actually keep this one, shall we? This folder contains examples of paper 2, which is one of the papers you will write at the end of the course. Display the description. And then we want to add our files. Okay, so as we did before, we'll choose our file. I'll actually go to COLLS now. IGCSE language, past papers. Let's take 2015. Let's take November. And here are some paper 2s. I'm just going to do it as an example. Let's take insert 21. Upload the file. Wait for it to upload. Excuse me, drinking some water. And then, as I've shown you before, so there you can see your file has uploaded. And then, as I've said before, make it that they have to view it. And save and return to course. And there is your folder. Okay, so this video has essentially covered, why did I take that out? I shouldn't, there it is. This video has essentially covered this bit, filling in the top stuff, and creating a form we looked at. We looked at quite a few things really. The previous video I did covers the skeleton, so I don't know if this should be video 1 and the other will be video 2, but anyway, there'll be a bunch of videos. So basically, from the 2 videos, if you've watched the other video as well, you'll see that we now know how to fill in all the top stuff at the beginning of the course. We've looked at how to create these sections. We've also looked at a few things like how to add resources and how to add a forum. And the other video has covered how to design your course according to the Cambridge scheme of work. Okay, so with that in mind, the next video will look specifically at creating lessons and how to make those really fun and interesting. I do apologize that the content is all over the place. I've never done this before. So, Siko, I hope it all makes sense and you know where I am if you need me. Cool, bye.